Welcome back to the middle part.
Meat.
I mean, you guys are up. You had a discussion without me during the break.
I think Godric tells the party, like, let me at least try to fight with honor first. And I won't pick up my axe just yet, but I'll stand in front of it while looking at him and ask him if we're allowed to use all of our abilities in this fight.
I would have it no other way.
Understood. And then I'll pick up my axe and tell him when you're ready.
He looks at the sword at his side and then makes a decision not to use it and pulls his sword out of the dirt and muck here and sets up across from you and offers to give you the first move.
This feels like a trap.
AP,
Keep
can
saying
you move
that.
me inside the wall?
Of course.
Thank you.
Can we do the Star Trek Kirk versus Spock music, you know?
I'm going to move to one side, and I'm going to summon my ghost over on this side.
Very well.
And then the two of us will move up on him at once. This ghost, I'm still summoning Great Uncle Bumble.
He looks extremely surprised to see a second dwarf appear out of nowhere and begin approaching him.
Bumble, if we remember, is dressed like a chef, wielding a ham bone and a potlet as a club and shield.
Perfect, perfect.
I'm boning.
And I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to unleash Incarnation again, and then attack. So I get 2 attacks, and my illusion gets 1, or my ghost gets 1. So my attacks first. Oh God, I keep rolling so low.
Oh. Almost.
All right, that
By
was
the way,
a
if
21.
you use your inspiration that Arthur gave us last session too, or you don't know?
I believe I used that already.
Okay.
21 will hit.
All right, and the ghost attack. And that's 21 as well.
Yep.
Normal hit, and oops, normal hit. There we go.
That's 19
Nice.
total.
Yes.
Chef's kiss.
Do you have an action surge left?
No, I don't have action surge. I believe, actually, do I get that back at a long rest or a short rest?
I think action surge resets on a short rest.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
short
if
rest. Yeah, it
I
does.
don't
Short
remember
rest.
if I used it the last time we had a short rest or not. So
I don't think you
no.
used it in the downstairs fight.
No, I don't think you did.
I think you have it available.
Because you were never close to 21. In fact, you were running around the whole time, able to get to people.
I agree.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll go ahead and I'll action surge and do it again.
That doesn't give you another bonus action, but it does still give you your 2 attacks and your
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, whenever he takes the attack action, his thing attacks.
Well, it's not every time. He only has a limited number of those, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unleashing Incarnation is not a bonus action, but I only have so many uses of it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this will be my last Unleash
I
Incarnation.
just didn't want you to also be like, and I second wind or something. I
No.
think is a bonus action.
Yes, I'm still at full health, so
Sure. I mean, for now.
Must be nice.
for now.
Well,
Wow,
you
I'm
may
rolling
just-
forwards. Good God.
You may just kill this guy outright. I don't know. Not with
the
these rolls, though.
algorithm.
Not with rolls like this. 24 will hit. 22 will hit.
22. Okay. So two
Another
damage rolls.
Another 2 blasts. 8.
You in the
and
force
tonight?
8,
Right? What is it with me and fours?
The algorithm.
Yeah, right.
Taking
Not even
34
real
points,
dice.
so 35 points so far.
Okay.
These are just incarnate dice.
I need both you and your uncle to make reflex saves. As he takes a deep breath, you see him like.
I don't imagine the uncle's reflex save medic with half damage still. It's only got 1 hit point in the ghost.
Oh yeah,
it?
he's just dead then. He's just outrightly
Yep.
smoked.
Yeah.
It turns out the one with the ham bone is in fact the one that gets cooked. Godric, still
is that
need that
which kind of
save
save?
from you, yeah?
Which save? Dex.
Dex.
In Dexter.
I mean, you're a fighter. You can't have a bad
Yeah.
dex save.
Oh.
You can't have. Jesus, you actually have a terrible dex save.
Dex save. Yep.
You have any fire resistance?
He literally put his
Fire
face
resistance?
up
I
to it.
don't think I have any fire resistance.
Yeah, you take 22 points of damage.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not many people that would walk off 22 points of damage.
Yeah.
I definitely would have said ouch at least once.
Yep.
I mean, it's a definite ouch, but it's not
He
as bad as I was
is
expecting.
definitely looking like he regrets drawing his one sword. He is starting to look back at that second sword. It's clear that he might go for it.
If he does, I'm gonna fucking go for him.
Okay, we'll see. Godric, it's you.
We'll see.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my second wind. Use ability.
Probably go inch towards the sword a little bit more.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Godric also takes a deep breath and gains HP.
And then I just attack. Because that was my bonus action, so I can't summon my ghost. Another 4.
oh, what?
I'm telling you, dude, the algorithm is
26. I mean, he's blocking at least half of your attacks, but the other ones hit heavy.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's a 9.
it's almost like your first attack is giving you your second attack and more of an opening.
Yeah.
He is.
I imagine the first attack is like trying to bat his weapon out of the way so it's out of the.
Yeah.
So he's not guarding it.
And then bam.
That is proper technique. Yeah.
He's going in with. He's just basically been defensive this whole time, and now he's switching to. I mean, he's wearing incredibly effective armor, and he's basically given up all pretense of defense at this point. He's just going to let the armor carry it, and it's just straight stabbing over and over again with the force of hundreds of pounds behind it.
Yeah, that's gonna
Damn.
hit.
24.
That'll hit.
He's getting it.
That's 11.
Okay.
Second attack. 19.
That just matches my AC.
Oof.
Second hit is 9.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I mean, I'm at.
It doesn't sound very okay.
I mean, not to metagame, but on a scale of like 1 to 50, I'm feeling about a 20.
Oh, okay.
He's going to make a medicine check.
Medicine check.
With a flourish, he flicks the sword so your blood goes off of it, sees it, takes a knee, and holds his hands up.
Dang.
He has made a determination that you have a lot more health than him, and you are clearly in danger of winning very shortly.
Okay. I tell him he can. Yeah, on my honor, he can stand and rise. I'm not gonna strike him.
Takes his sword and he belts it above his second sword.
I'm gonna turn to go and stand with the group, but as my back is to him, I'm gonna like be mouthing to the group like, "Oh, shit."
Did you see that?
Kithrix.
Yeah.
it's about this time you see Wicked Witch of the West style, 3 winged kobolds struggling under the weight of sacks, and a 4th kobold soaring into the air in a quintet, taking off like a very heavily laden helicopter, making its way off the roof.
As in, like, to go somewhere else, basically. They're
Yes.
taking something and leaving
They're
it.
retreating.
Okay. Right.
They're taking a non-winged regular kobold and as much stuff as they think they can carry, and you're thinking probably they're going to drop some of these sacks soon.
Okay, no worries.
Either that or they're going to drop this 4th
reveals he's
kobold.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Yes, listen, there's no way this guy's 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Did the dragon guy already pick up his other sword?
You did,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He never took it off. It was always on his belt.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. He just never went for it.
I'm gonna tell the guy that was a. I appreciate the honor in the duel, and I think it could have been a different outcome if he had used his 2nd sword.
Perhaps. I made a promise to never draw that blade except in case of emergency. This did not seem to merit that at this time, though I was sorely tempted. I appreciate your honor, especially given your compatriots' willingness to intervene.
I give him like a warrior's like salute, like the crossed weapons, and just kind of like bow and just tell him like, an honor, a warrior is only worth their honor and their word.
He
So
holds his white sword, the one he used in this battle, out to Tanira and says, "You are the masters of this keep. I would ransom myself if you would have it, and I think you will find that there are treasures above."
So, you wish to stay here?
No, I would buy my freedom.
Granted.
Sorry? Did you say granted?
You
Yeah.
said granted, yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. I mean, he's handing you the sword. He said he would ransom himself, but if you just take
No.
the sword, he'd be fine with that. Okay.
I'll just take the sword.
Okay.
Like he held himself in a good way in that battle, and he didn't really go against what he said, and he's a man of his word, so wouldn't see why not.
Okay. He just gets
That's
up and
what he
leaves.
wants to do.
Wait,
Oh,
you're-
before he leaves, I want to ask him.
Wait,
But we need the name first.
Yes, that was the promise.
Indeed. My master's name is Ortholax.
Ortholax.
your master is a dragon?
Yes, last names are similar.
He turns and leaves.
Wait, before he leaves, I want to give him a 2nd level healing word so he actually is not bleeding on like minimal health.
Appreciate it. He does not answer any further questions, though. He has completed his bargain.
Yeah, he did indeed. What kind of
you go.
sword do I got?
It's just it's a long sword with a ceremonial sheath worth 250 gold pieces.
Sweet.
You could
You
just
can
take
have
this.
What does
Just
it
to be
look
clear,
like?
the sword isn't worth 250 gold. It's a nice sword, but it's not worth that much. The sheath is what's worth lots of money. You could just take the sword out and get it fitted to another sheath if you wanted to.
Probably a good idea.
What does the sheath look like?
As I described earlier, it's like a white, soft leather. I don't think I talked about the fact that it has small, like, gem dust jewels encrusted along it. It kind of has like a tail theme, like the area at the very top, like where the sword would sheath into, has like 2 tails wrapped around it.
Ooh. You
It
guys are
definitely
okay
feels
with it.
it feels draconic as hell.
If you guys are okay with it, I'd rather just put it up in the dojo once we get this all retrofitted.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Way too big for me.
I'm absolutely okay with adorning the dojo with trophies.
Yes.
Cool. Should we continue? He said there's treasures upstairs.
I'd like
Yep.
to. I'd like
Yeah.
to cautiously go up the stairs.
I will use my 2nd healing word on Godric.
Thank you.
That's my-
Thank you.
That'll be the last of my spells then. So,
Okay.
so have an extra.
I'll also give him a healing word, but it doesn't do
7.
anything. I just say good job and like pat him on the shoulder.
Okay.
Guinaria, you find the 3rd floor. is similar to this floor, except it is a wood construction instead of all of this natural stone that then has soil packed on top of it. And it has there is no way to get up there. It's only 10 feet. There's a trap door in the ceiling.
Okay.
That would lead to the roof, but there's no like step ladder or rope that's been tossed down.
Okay.
Someone at 10 feet, someone in the scripture would boost somebody else up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone boost me up.
Could take 3 kobolds in a trench coat to get up there. But
I'll hold boost up.
very well. I am going to tell you what you immediately see when you get up there, Guineria.
Okay.
By posting it in chat, because it's a lot of stuff, and I don't think anyone cares what half of it is. No one's going to be like, ooh, I want to keep that. You're just going to sell all of it, as far as...
Ooh, it's a carpet. Yes.
As far as I know, here is a list of the things that you get.
There's no enemies, thankfully.
There are no enemies. There are definitely signs that a bunch of treasure was loaded up here and was not evacuated.
That's why it was so heavy when they were flying away.
You
I tried
notice
to take as much as I could.
You notice a very unusual looking spice pouch. It's got
Spice
8 different
pouch.
kinds of seasonings coming out of it.
Ooh.
I wonder who that's going to go to.
Godric. Cool stuffs.
Godric, they have
What do
cinnamon.
you see? What do your elf eyes
Vanilla
see?
bean pods,
Hey,
Godric.
there's no
Imagine.
spot that they have no spices that Godric can't get from the spice bag I gave him, unless they're magical spices.
Okay.
Imagine Godric at the end of the season with like 12,000 spice pouches.
My armor is just replaced by a spice rack.
It really is.
I should do that. I should mount a spice rack on the inside of my shield.
Sounds plausible.
In
Yeah, the
addition, when you are up here, Guineria, you see that there are 2 banners approaching, one from the northwest and one from the northeast.
Oh.
Someone
What
is
banners?
moving. There are 2 groups moving through the woods, and they have hoisted banner
fuck.
sticks on their way here.
Does nobody know we bought this thing?
Have the deed.
Oh, it's our first siege.
Can I make out the banners from here? Or are
Make
they
a
large
perception check.
enough? Okay.
You have advantage on this.
Perception. Advantage. 18.
You get one of the banners.
Okay.
It is your mother's banner, the banner of the Canaan Star.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, interesting.
You see 100 elven bowmen hoisting it and heading in this direction.
Good news. Good news. Mother's coming to visit.
We haven't even moved in and we're already throwing a housewarming party?
You do not
Jesus.
see your mother.
Oh. Okay. Well, Mom sent a gift. There are archers on the way. She just knows. She just knows.
Can I see if I can tell what the other one is?
You get someone to get you up on the roof. Make a perception check.
Get myself up on the roof.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
lend a
that's
hand.
right. You could just
Yes,
jump
sir.
really high. Yeah,
Yeah.
no
I was
problem.
gonna say we don't need a step stool anyway. Godric is a step stool. Good lord.
You notice that banner of the Canaan Star, of course, but you also notice a second banner. Please make a history check on this one.
Oof, I'm not
If you
good at
fail
that.
it, I'll simply describe what the banner is. If you succeed, I will tell you what the banner is.
That's not terrible.
The banner represents Urist, the first dwarf. You see 100 dwarven miners on a supply cart loaded with tools and orichalcum making its way here.
Godric, I think they're here for you.
Do you explain what you see?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just like, if you didn't explain that there were dwarves coming in, I'd just be like,
There are a lot of young dwarves coming.
I mean, we should definitely have to meet them because they won't be able to cross that damaged bridge. Well, I mean,
Yes.
I imagine some of them.
Yeah, they might hurt themselves. We should definitely go out and
Also, we want to make sure that they don't run into each other and get in a fight.
oh yeah.
Yep, that might
They're
not be
headed
good.
from separate directions. They probably don't know one or the other is on the way. So we need to.
I think Guineria and Godric should definitely go out there for sure, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kithric, I'm gonna keep like looking around the house just to find all the nooks and crannies and what needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay with Tanira and
Yep.
in case she runs into trouble.
Secure this treasure, and I will go find the elves and Godric find the dwarves.
Just push all the treasure through the trapdoor and close the trapdoor. Secured. No one can steal it from the air now.
We got to put like a cart at the bottom of there, something to like move it.
So for the folks at home, just to be clear, they have not cleared this structure, and they are
have,
already.
No, I didn't think we
They
had
are
either.
already
So.
dividing the party in
Listen.
3 directions and taking 2 people and a ghost dragon to look through the rest of it.
It's called multitasking, okay? We're delegating.
This is loose Duke behavior is all I'm going to say. For Dimension 20 fans, you might get that reference. This is loose Duke behavior. Veneria, you're going out to meet the elves?
Well, how far away are they? Can I estimate that?
Probably several miles away. It'll be about an hour or more if they maintain their pace.
Oh. Do they look like they'll intercept the dwarves before they get here?
I mean, the 2 of them almost certainly will meet on the march up the hill.
Okay. Then we have to go, and we have to make sure that everything is smoothed over.
Godric, you're going as well?
Yeah, I would actually suggest, because we haven't finished checking out the rest of this place, that Kithrix and Tanira hang out outside, and we can just let the whatever's coming.
Look, I'm all for that,
castle.
but I also know that Tanira is going to go and explore regardless of what we say, so I'm not going to let her do that alone.
Well, fair point.
Divide and conquer, right? You got your one-on-one. I'm getting my one-on-one. We're all winning here.
I think you should probably just rest and relax.
Yeah, or that. That could work after I do what I'm doing. Also, do you guys think we should like come up with some kind of banner? Everybody else has a banner.
I think our banner should just be a like an artistic rendition of Sparky's face.
Dragon banner of Sparky. Yes.
I would like a general perception check from both Tanira and Kithrix to guide how the rest of this power clear goes.
Perception check.
Well, Kithrix rolled a 25 for the folks at home. Tanira got a 14. All right, you are in no danger. This place is clear. There's nothing left here.
See, easy.
I mean, I think we're only focused on the above ground part of it anyway. That's right.
I
We're not going
understand.
below
I
ground.
just wanted you to know, like, you don't have to go cautious. You're not going to get yellow or redded. If you check this door out and open it, on the other side, you see some sort of communal barracks. There are only 3 beds, but there are several benches, and space was left down here. The floors in here are wrecked. They did not hold up to repeated foot clawing at all.
So I'm going to say, if you walk around, we always hug the walls because the floor will be most
you think
stable.
The floor is structurally sound? You just could not resell this place with these floors.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna like burst and crack, but there appears to be a floor. It is not wood here in this corner. It is stone, and there is a wooden trapdoor set into it.
Interesting.
Down here is a washing basin, a bathroom with no toilet.
Separate bath. Let's go. Don't worry. I'm gonna refinish these floors. They're gonna look beautiful. Don't worry about it.
Is this also an elevated platform here? Is that elevated or not?
No, that is a grand gateway into the next room. So it's like 2 pillars and like a hood area.
Oh,
You enter into a throne room. Kithrix, you can see that they attempted to open this door and were never able to do so. You touch it and the door opens instantly.
What?
Okay, we're definitely having a ball episode.
All of the candles light in here as you step through the door.
So cool. Look at this, Kithrix. This is amazing.
What is the object?
There's an object in the center of the room. As you enter the room, it becomes a statue of you and Sparky.
Oh. How did they know you were coming?
I don't know, but
What do you think we can
okay.
use this room
Here's a
for?
question for you. I thought does the throne have room for like a dragon as well?
There's this weird thing. You sit in the throne, and it has like a backrest. The dragon sits behind
On
you
top.
on a seated area, so it looks down on people from above you.
Okay.
That said, you got a 25. There are 4,000 gold pieces nested up there.
Okay.
Damn. That's going to help a lot with the renovations. We should probably
Well,
give
I mean-
some to Sparky, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Like I say, if that's not already some other dragon's dragon horde, I think it's the start of Sparky's.
Yeah, exactly. But like, we need to make our house nice, you know?
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, as a bare minimum, he's helped us through it. Like everything gets split
Oh,
5
yeah, for
ways,
sure.
right? So-
Exactly. Yeah.
And this room looks like it's seen better days as well.
Kithrix, you make your way into an armory. Inside here are 20 of the man-catcher spears that they were using. And along the walls here are shields representing forces of the Empire, which they appear to have defeated and claimed the like naming shield of different units.
I'm calling this level Greyhawked.
I
Little armory. Perfect.
do not concur, only because you haven't been to the cemetery, but we can go to that
okay.
and the park. We can go to that
Okay.
later. Meanwhile, Gwenaria and Godric. These two guys are going to be about like 20 minutes apart, and the elves are clearly, I mean, they're just longer legged. They would never attempt to look like they're high tempoing in order to beat the dwarves there. That
Because
would be
dwarves are they're natural sprinters, though.
yeah, dwarves are natural sprinters, but they have
But they're
longer
not sprinting.
legs, and the elves are motivated not to get there second. So they enter into a Friday afternoon mall power walk, pink joggers. They
What's
arrive
colored?
I'm going
first.
to point out to Gwenaria that we should just wait on the road where the two of them would meet,
Yes.
and then let both of them approach to keep at the same time.
Okay.
That way, we're not offending anybody.
They are a loose formation, the elves, as they begin approaching you. But about 100 feet away, someone says something in Elvish, and they form into a 10 by 10 block and assume unit stances. And about 12 feet away from you, the front rank drops to a knee, and Lord of the Rings style, each rank drops as they all bow before the Canaan Star.
Dominoes.
Greetings. Welcome.
We have come and call to your service.
Ah, yes. This is truly an honor, and I thank you for answering that call. Friends, rise up. Do rise.
They all rise at the same time.
Yes, we have reclaimed this keep. But you know the dwarves are on the way?
We have seen an approaching army. Would you have us intercept it?
No, I would not.
Very well.
In fact, I would have the approaching dwarves be allies. This
As
was
you
my
say.
fear. This is why I came out to meet you. I did not want any conflict.
The entire
know-
time, Godric's just standing behind her, minding, like, kicking dirt. Like a kid waiting for mom to finish talking to her friends.
So, ease your bows and ease your burdens. There'll be plenty of time to make camp and take up this new fortress and make it a place for good, a place for change, a place blessed by the Canaan Star. And this is Godric. Godric Peakbottom.
Godric, 100 elves execute a perfect pivot. So now instead of being a cube facing her, they are now a diamond facing you. And they all, huh!
Oh, I give him the best, like, sharpest, like, salute I can. not to be outdone by
Okay.
like a perfectly regimented elven force.
Mhm.
We shall carry out your instructions, Our Lady. And they immediately begin trying to set up a survivalist camp out here.
No, not out here. We need to repair the bridge, but there's plenty of space inside.
You will need wood for fire and food, and to repair
Yes.
this bridge, will you not?
True. Begin setting up the camp. Scavenge. We need warmth. 10 of you should stay on guard and watch. There were kobolds. Some escaped. Shameful. But we should ensure that nothing sneaks up on us. And the rest of you, create a comfortable camp.
They execute your orders immediately. 16 minutes later, 100 dwarven miners amble in with no pretense at all. The lead one goes, "Oh, look at this wee son of a pig!" He plants the banner in and then leans against it. "We bring gifts."
What for?
"It is said that you call upon the ancient magics of our people, that the originator has spoken to you and the dwarven gods favor you. Sacrifices are burned in your honor.
I mean,
We come because we hear that you have a thing."
I look back to like our busted up keep, and I'm like, yeah, we have one.
Seen better. Seen worse.
Could do with some dwarven hands on it.
Aye.
Where did they come from?
Have you come to aid us?
From 12 homes we come. All across the dwarven kingdoms to serve you.
All right. There's plenty of work to be done. My first question is, do we have anyone that can repair a bridge?
Yes, they absolutely can repair a bridge if it's made of stone or metal.
What's
All right, well, we have a bridge further up the road that needs to be fixed. I think that's the first order of business.
Their first order of business is to present you with gifts.
Oh.
They present you with 100 pounds of orichalcum.
Before they can present me with the gifts, I introduce Konira, and I say that as my one of my partners in this adventure. Any gifts they present to me are also being presented to her as well.
Aye. Well, we only brought one black sheep, so I suppose we'll have to split it between the two of you.
It's quite.
I'm sure we can work out something with the sheep.
Yeah.
Someone gets an axe ready.
Now, I want to be clear. This is not a goat. This is not a ram. This is just simply a dire sheep made for... It's totally black, made for dwarven riders to use in mountainous terrain and like rolling valleys like this.
You just unlocked a mount.
I'm down. I'm down for riding a dire
To be
sheep.
clear,
Cool.
its speed is very similar to your speed, so it's not going to give you any speed boost increase, but it will let you travel at a faster pace because you won't get tired. You're just riding, but riding is also exhausting, but it's less exhausting than walking yourself.
You'll also look really cool.
It's
that's what
a
I'm
giant
concerned about.
sheep. You'll look something for sure. You'll look cool to the dwarves. It's clear that they have the tools and supply. So the elves basically showed up with what they had in their pockets. These guys showed up with rations, stoneworking supplies, like masonry tools, picks, candles, sundry supplies. They look over at the elves and just scoff as they, the superior force, make their way to the top so that they can work on the keep, which is what they came here to do. You know, like the real masters of this fortress. The elves are here to pick berries and nuts.
I'm going to instruct them that they can go ahead and make camp here for the night. And
Okay.
first order of business will be to fix the bridge, and then we can move everybody into the keep.
Okay. All right. They do request that they can send 2 people up to observe the bridge and just start taking measurements and get the lay of the land. But otherwise, after roasting the elves, they then are, by your order, stay in place and no longer get to do that swaggery shit. So the bottom of the road now contains your camp. The elves are making, it's not like a camp, it's more like jamboree.
Woodstock.
I mean, Woodstock is a bit too loose for this. The dwarves are just like taking good stone that they find nearby and are just working on carving out thrones for themselves. Like boulders that they find in the forest, they're just hauling them out here, and they're just, you know, someone's just like, I want filigree on my chair, Howard. And he's just like, you want filigree on everything. Filigree your ass. I can carve it right in there. The 5 of you are then together again.
I relay to the party exactly what happened.
So wait, who sent the dwarves? They just came on their own?
Yeah, apparently I'm some sort of a messiah figure.
Since when?
Beats me. I'm not very religious.
Well, as long as it gets the keep fixed, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
right.
And you should see the rooms we found. I mean, most of it's pretty terrible, but you should check out this
it has
throne room. It's awesome.
Great potential. Great potential.
Yeah.
Now I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I will be using elements of strongholds and followers. You don't need to read the book. I'm going to handle it. My question is, though, which one of you want to upgrade or install a piece of the keep? There is the outer walls. There is the inner keep as well, which is a ranger hold. The outer walls are a sort of fighter's domain. And then there is plenty of space to install other locations as well. Bards can install a front business, like a cover business, or a theater. You have your choice of starting a roaming barbarian camp that will, instead of being here inside the keep, you'll instead wander outside the lands. Or you can set up a monastery. You don't need, neither of you need to inhabit, like, you don't need to refurbish the Ranger's Keep if you want to just make a Ranger's Grove as well. And you don't need to feel like, I'm a fighter, I have to stay in the fighter walls. You can set up another keep somewhere in this valley as well if you would like to. None of you are forced to commit to any of this. The thing is, it costs a lot of money to do these things. As long as you start doing it, you will summon another group of followers to yourself. When your specific building is finished, you will also gain additional powers and the valley will change. You'll essentially make layer actions out of the valley.
So cool.
For the two buildings that are currently in place and for a barbarian's camp, the foundations already exist and you only need to pay half price to recover them, which will be 2,500 gold. It will cost 5,000 to install a new bard-specific building. Again, you don't need to pay all of that right now. As long as you get started and commit to it, construction can begin. You may want to take some time to think about this.
Yeah.
You have some amount of money, and no one has checked your loot for magic items. I just want to mention that as well.
Well, I can't I'm out of spells. So, actually, can you cast a ritual spell if you haven't got a spell slot?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
the
I can
haversack
ritual
is magical. It's Heward's handy spice pouch.
Oh.
It allows you to summon any spice.
Yeah, the one that I already bought him.
It's here too.
Okay, no worries.
Listen, he's not the only chef here.
you can only use it once per day. So it's got 10 charges. So that means you could pull out 20 different spices in one day.
Dude, have a bandolero of spices?
This is right.
Bearded, we need to talk about dragon stew sometime. There literally is a dude with the bandolier of spices who can use it to season his blade and make it do fire damage.
Oh my
That
gosh.
supplement is so cool.
That sounds amazing.
Cool.
It's about killing monsters and cooking them and then presenting them to a Gordon Ramsay style cooking show.
That sounds awesome.
That's way better than a beach episode.
Sorry, I was wrong on some of those numbers. It will cost 5,000 to restore any keeps. So it'll cost 5,000 to repair the outer walls. It will cost 4,000 to repair the inner walls of the dragon hold itself, the tower that you currently reside in. And then building a new bard area is 6,000, and restoring the outer barbarian camp is 4,000.
Okay.
So the total treasure rendered as gold pieces is 11,056 gold pieces. I think that we should probably, I think we should put 6,000 now towards the keep in some capacity. Everyone takes 1,000, including Sparky, to start his own hoard too. That way we've got our own money for what we need to do too.
And we also have the 4,000 that was on the throne too, so everybody.
No, I've included that.
Okay.
Yeah. The total is 11,056 between what we found on the roof and what was on the. So.
Does that include the gold the dwarves gave us, or the silver the dwarves gave us?
No, I've only included what Arthur put into the chat before as the stuff on the roof.
The dwarves didn't give you gold; they gave you 100 pounds of orichalcum.
Oh, that's right.
Which we can put into the keep, can't we? In some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So the dragon hall is the main building, right?
Yes, it's the tower of Loch Blazewing, the Bray Loch.
Okay.
Would it be better, you guys think, to have the orichalcum incorporated into the keep somehow, or
100%?
Or to have the orichalcum sold and use the money to build more stuff?
No. It's disrespectful to the dwarves as well to take their gift and sell for cash.
No, orichalcum though makes things float.
And we can use it. We can make a ship or something.
Yeah, we should save it, and we should build a defensive ship to patrol the valley.
Or use it in some way for the hold that I haven't thought of yet.
So, using orichalcum to power an airship does require it to be subjected to magicules. Like, you need both an alchemist to treat the stone, and then you need a wizard or some sort of arcanist to, like, you can't just be like, I've installed this in my keep and now my castle can float in the sky. Like, first off, you don't have nearly enough orichalcum to get this thing into the air. Although, to be clear, 100 pounds of orichalcum is a serious chunk of rock. Probably this is worth like maybe 50,000 gold pieces by itself. That said, it is ultra light, ultra strong, and it does, in general, make things that it is put into magical, which makes it even stronger. And if channeled with magicule properly, it can lower the weight of objects.
And also, we don't.
I just didn't want you to think that you could take the whole hill up and fly it into the sky.
No. We definitely want to use it. Just we don't know what we're going to use it for yet. So we can keep it in the keep.
You can make it into weapons or tools, all of which would be equally magical by its passing.
So I'm thinking here. Sorry, James. That
go ahead.
We got attacked by a ballista. Let's use the orichalcum to make like siege weapons for counter siege. So we have like our own like orichalcum magic ballista and catapults to attack anyone trying to lay siege to our fort.
You could make a orichalcum reinforced gunpowder cannon, essentially a rocket gun. Now I want to be clear, this isn't like a 15th century cannon, right? This is more like a Chinese rocket firing object from like 3rd century. You know, I know that some people are like gunpowder and fantasy don't mix, but gunpowder was around for longer than steel. So
yeah,
we got options, but I definitely think we should fix the dragon hold. And
so the keep walls, is that like the outer walls, or is that
keep is the outer walls? Dragonhold is the inner walls.
Inner building.
So it's like the broken bathroom area and the other wall, the floors. All of it needs to be reinforced. It's kind of falling apart a little bit.
I'd rather start inside and work out, especially because we've got forces here. So if it comes a defensive question, we're more defending with our armies than defending with our walls. And there's no point in walls. There's no one to stand atop them anyway.
Yeah.
And I think the Dragonhold would attract other people to join us.
Also, I want to get the dojo up and running so I can be doing some, exercises and stretching and training. So. Is there like a room for? I didn't see like a bedroom for like all of us.
You're correct. There were 3 beds and
in one room.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think that half the stuff will need to be pulled down before it can be rebuilt in some capacity. So
I don't think it's a bad idea to maybe make separate rooms for everybody.
Yeah, at least for us. Like everyone else can get into a barracks type situation.
I feel like just general observation, you get the feeling that forces camped here were assumed to wait outside, right? Yeah. There's that farm area, there's the park, there's a mustering area, there's huge amounts, like over a half-mile radius of grassland inside the keep that's just totally unused. That probably once had buildings that have not survived the test of time.
Gotcha. Yeah, we can definitely start building a little kind of town here eventually. But I think we're all concise on getting the Dragonhold up and running.
Okay. Yeah. You are committing to the Dragonhold. Are you committing to starting construction on any other buildings as well?
So we're putting 6,000 towards it now.
Very well.
So
it will finish in 75 days. The Dragonhold will be finished.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's 4,000 for the Dragonhold and then 2,000 for the keep walls?
No, it's all 6,000 are needed for the sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay. You're right. Dragonhold only needs 4,000. So you don't need to commit 6,000 to it. You only need 4,000.
Okay, so we'll just put 2,000 aside as committed to the keep until we get enough money to start the next thing, basically.
Okay. I would like James and Andrew to roll 2 D100s.
2 D100s.
Separately?
Yes.
Okay.
I will let you tell me what order you want to give me those die rolls in. You can take a look at them.
So we each roll twice, or we roll one each?
You each roll 2 D100s, and then you tell me what order you want to give me those in.
Damn.
Okay.
You also don't know what they're going to.
No worries.
These are some good numbers.
Oof.
3 out of 4 is not bad.
Yeah, right.
So should we just give them to him in order then?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fine.
Yeah, without any further information, I think that's the it's the system that's already there. Okay, so the first one is 80, Arthur.
Okay.
We keep going, or are you going to tell us?
I just doing some rolls and making some.
Nice.
I like how we're introducing this like little.
Okay. Your next roll, James.
98.
Jesus Christ. You know what? You're ridiculous. You know that, right, James? This is absurd. Unbelievable. All right, hold on a second. I gotta find the.
What happens when you talk to the algorithm managers?
Oh my God. Okay, roll another D100, James. You get to roll on a special table for people who roll super high. Oh my God!
Yes!
What are you doing? What are you doing, James? For the folks at home, he now just rolled a 94 as well. Unbelievable.
The rest of the night is just James rolling D100s.
James, what's your alignment?
Neutral good.
Please roll a D12.
Okay.
Unreal. Okay. We'll come back to this. We will talk about this later.
Okay, so Did you want Neobuzzard's D100 rolls as well?
I do. That's why we're doing his first before I lose my fucking mind.
The first one was a 73.
73 is pretty good. It's gonna get you something good, I think. Let me get back up to that chart. Jesus, Grim Dark James, everybody. Who let this guy out of his cage?
That would be you.
It's definitely you.
That's definitely my problem for bringing him here. 73.
Remember when you're like, hey, who wants to play D&D? And then we all were like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our relationship, Arthur, started with me correcting you on YouTube.
But everybody has that relationship with me. It's not that difficult. Give me your second D100 roll, please.
26.
26, and you are a fighter. I believe I've missed you. Nope, it goes in alphabetical order rather than in order of building type. Fighter is definitely after Druid. You said 26?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look this one up. I'm not familiar with it.
The keep falls, everyone dies.
Just the top.
Missy, step out of the way.
The foundation is solid at this point.
I gotta get into, let's see here. Sheesh. So, as I've said, it's going to take 75 days to lock in the repair of Dragonhold. Do you want to just wait here and let them, like, you have to send out calls for materials, they have to come, your people have to start doing it. Are you okay with spending 2.5 months waiting here, or do you want to go on more adventures?
I'm okay with staying here. I could definitely direct people to where they needed to go, and kind of get into the carpentry portion of it.
I don't see that as being 2 months of idle time either. I imagine we're probably...
you're not at all.
Yeah.
I'm just curious as if you're staying here or if you're leaving on adventure and letting these people handle it.
And the other question is there other areas we haven't yet? Like, there's clearly a subterranean part.
Absolutely.
There's a trap door that goes down, so we probably...
Yeah, I'd be interested in working on the...
but I'm just... Listen, these roles you've done, it will take some time for people to arrive. So I want to know whether I need to be ready to roleplay these people by the end of the session, or whether I'll be like, we'll be back in 10 sessions for this. So
no, I don't think you need to practice roleplay. I don't think we're going to get through 75 days in this session. I think that we want to do more in this location.
Yes, but will you leave this location afterwards and go on an adventure, or do you want to wait for the keep to be done? No, you don't want to wait for Dragonhold to be done. You're going to leave.
I mean, I feel if they're good enough to like get this foundation set up, they can pretty much manage on their own. Okay. Or you can be there for like the startup and kind of like the reveal kind of thing. But I feel like we can do some other stuff while they're doing.
Yeah, we need to get more funds so we can keep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they're adults; they can handle it.
We'll come back for the ribbon cutting, no problem.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. We need to get really big scissors while we're out.
There are 100 loyal elves who will guard the place,
or 2 elven swords.
Use like scissors. All right. Let's continue exploring then.
Do it.
Do we want to rest before we continue?
We definitely want to rest before we do that. At least for a day.
How do you want to rest? There's only 3 beds and 2 benches.
No, I think we'll go back to our once the guard has been set, we'll go back to the our camp, because our workbench is there. We can't leave that amazing workbench behind.
True. Yes, it's set up specifically for me. We need it.
There is a unusual melding of your 3 camps. It's not like there's any real beef between elves and dwarves beyond, both of them are extremely long-lived species that have probably, like, someone has probably lost family to an accidental duel or a skirmish, but there's no, like, I'll never trust an elf bullshit going down. But, they arrive separately, but I think maybe looking at the 2 of you working together so closely, and the fact that this is not going to be a racially segregated castle at all. It's not clear exactly what the elves will be doing with the castle, but the elves definitely respect that these dwarves are about to put in some heavy labor to repair their lady's place of residence. So, food from the dwarves and strong drink gets passed around. The elves hand out good berries. Some dwarves overdose on the good berries and get get some constipation going on, which brings laughs to all. There's a little bit of a language barrier. Not everybody speaks common, but stories begin getting passed around.
Can I suggest that instead of doing one night, we do 2 nights. One night to party, and then a second night to recover from the party.
Yes.
That's the greatest idea you've had this entire game.
All right, so we're doing dancing in the moonlight scene then.
I will sing and play instruments and tell stories and get everyone moving and going.
I will get hammered.
Okay.
I want to spend some downtime finding a tailor or just someone with any kind of fabric working skills from both the elf camp and the dwarf camp, and get them to work together to make our banner. And I instruct them to make the banner essentially like a stylized version of Sparky's face.
I think they have not questioned you yet until that, and they're just like, what if we went with something a little more epic?
Like a panther.
I would buy a panther.
That's what I'm saying.
This dragon is very small.
He wasn't always
He's
small.
going to get bigger.
I mean, Sparky, you describe yourself at full power, and we'll put that in there.
This guy is just like, I'll be fucking dead before that dragon's big enough to be intimidated on a banner. A panther is cool.
Exactly.
I
kind of swash my drink a little bit.
I think a blue dragon banner. Just make a dragon, a cool dragon.
All right. What's the name of this establishment, and what's the name of your companionship, your fellowship? What's this organization we're swearing ourselves to?
Do we like Braylock? Do we like Kobold Castle? Do we like...
I just want
like Kobold Castle.
Nobody likes Kobold Castle.
So I was going to say team friendship.
Can't take Oath of the Axe. I did that one yesterday.
I mean, you could just call it the Dragonhold.
You could just call it the Dragonhold, which would make you the Lords of Dragonhold.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like it.
All right. The dwarf then makes like blue dragon on its hind legs rampant, letting out a blast of lightning. And at the bottom there is a bow, 2 short swords, a fist, and an axe to represent the 4 Lords of Dragonhold.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll get sewing. So it just gets like 20 feet of fabric, and just it's going to take him probably the whole 75 days to make this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I wanted someone from both the elf camp and the dwarf camp working on it together.
Oh, okay.
To represent
one of the elves comes over, and their whole thing is just directing him every time he misses a stitch. It's just like, my elven eyes see that you have done this wrong, Hathwin. And he's just like, oh, you fucking elf! If you think I did it wrong, do it yourself! Oh, you're right. I did actually make a mistake.
Are we about ready for break time?
Yeah, we are. We are.
Can I ask a quick question here? Sorry.
Yeah.
Before we just on the subject of sewing flags, is anybody here old enough to remember the game Day of the Tentacle?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. Day of the Tentacle was a Lucasfilm like scrolling, not a scrolling adventure, like an adventure collection game. And part of the concept of it is that there's 3 characters you can switch between. One character gets thrown into the past. One character gets thrown into the future, one character is in the present, and you can change things in the game at various points that then affect the timeline. And at one point, the character in the future needs a costume to sneak into something. They need to dress themselves as a sentient tentacle. And so the character in the past goes to the woman that sewed the American flag. What was her name again? Betsy Ross. And replaces her designs with a design for a tentacle costume, so that in the future, all the flags are tentacle costumes. Every time I think of like sewing flags, that memory of that game always comes to my head.
Okay, we'll be back for the
great linearity.
No, I hate it. I hate it. You're ruining America, James. You single-handedly ruined it.